It is Ringside on the airwaves, and always a pleasure to bring on every Monday at this time. A Ringside All-Star, wears a lot of hats, of course, talk show host, commentator, website publisher, and author. Our friend Josh Bernstein with us. Hey, Josh, how goes it, man? Welcome.
I'm doing good. Great to be back on the program with you. We're an hour earlier than normal, and it was kind of shocking. I was like, why are they calling me so early? But then I realized that the clocks were changed. So anyway.
So what time is it out there?
It's 4:30 or 4:40, I guess, or something like that.
Wow, but, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't change. Yeah. You don't change. You just stay.
No,
right?
No, we really don't. And I don't know what they're going to do, if they're ever going to change this thing. I know that RFK Jr. is against the whole thing. He thinks that the whole thing is not good for your health because you lose an hour of sleep and all this other stuff. I don't know. I guess
agree.
It's a 50-50 issue. But
I mean, I think it's
weird.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
maybe one day we can get rid of this stupid thing. I've been calling for it for years, and it's still. I mean, what is the constituency for it? There's got to be some powerful group keeping it. What do you think it is?
Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, how many places in the country don't change? You've got Arizona. I think you have a portion of Colorado, and then I think you have a portion of Indiana, right? And I think that's it. I think the rest of the country changes. So it is kind of weird that those places are not subjected to it, and yet the rest of the country is. So I don't know. It's a strange thing.
Josh Bernstein with us, Jeff Crouere here. It is Ringside on the Airways on WGSO, 990 AM, WGSO.com. All right, so the Dow is down big time. Are you worried, Josh Bernstein?
Am I worried about what?
The economy. Are you worried about
the economy?
Recession?
I mean, here's the thing. I've been saying this for the longest time. 2025 is going to be a tough year. People are just going to have to hunker down, buckle down, watch their money. But I think 2026, possibly even by the end of 2025, maybe even November, December of 2025, we're going to start to see the fruits of this labor. We're going to start to see the tariffs working. And if anyone thinks, oh, well, the tariffs are crazy, they'll never work. Well, guess what? Look at what happened when he took over and he won in 2016, right? He starts in 2017. 2017 was terrible. But then 2018, all of a sudden, oh, wait a minute, we're coming out of it. 2018 was fantastic. 2019 was fantastic until, of course, the sabotage, with the pandemic. But I think right now you're looking at an even faster recovery time, especially because of all the different things that they're doing, not just the tariffs, but all the investment and all the money and the billions and billions of dollars being brought in that are creating jobs. I think the recovery this time, as bad as it was for the last 4 years, is actually going to happen even quicker. So I would say buckle down for the next 5-6 months and, ride out the storm. But at the end, the pot of gold is going to be there for the entire country.
So you're just saying hold tight, huh? So don't get worried. Just things will turn around. So
things are going to turn around, but this is going to be a tough year. I'm not going to lie on that.
Now, the president keeps threatening tariffs and then pulling back and then threatening tariffs and then pulling back. I mean, should he just go ahead and unleash these tariffs?
Yeah, I definitely think he should do that. I'm obviously really excited, not just about the tariffs, but I'm really excited about this gold card program. I mean, you're bringing in established businesses that already are successful, that already have capital, right? You're not giving these visas to Chinese or Indian or whatever other types of people from another country. They go to our schools, right? Then they basically graduate and they got nothing to give to the economy until they start working, and then they start building and all that. That takes years. So I love this idea. Let's cut out these young kids from coming to our colleges, and instead let's go after these giant whales that already are established. Of course, we have to vet them, make sure that, they're not part of any terrorist organization or group or anything like that.
Right.
But as long as they're nice and clean, bring them on in and tell them you have to hire American workers first before anyone else. So I love it.
Yeah. I do too. I mean, I think I saw a poll where most people do not support the gold card, but I like the idea. I mean, I like the idea. I think this is a way to make money.
I 100% support it.
What's that?
I 100% support it. As a matter of fact, I want to see the end of all other immigration. Chain migration, lottery migration, wet foot, dry foot, get rid of birthright citizenship. Let's get rid of all of that and go to the gold card. So if you're going to come to this country, you damn well better have some money, some capital, and some jobs to bring with you. That's how I see it. And that's how Trump sees it, too. And God bless Howard Lutnick. He is an absolute genius, because it's his idea.
I think he is certainly an asset. I mean, listen, I talked about earlier in the program, Marco Rubio canceling 83% of the U.S. aid contracts, outstanding. Tulsi Gabbard revoking the security clearances of Biden administration officials and those 51 fools, hacks who said that the laptop was Russian disinformation. So he's got some good people. And also, I think Tulsi Gabbard was once again proven correct and true by what happened in Syria over the weekend, where you had a massacre of Muslims and Jews and Christians by the leadership there in Syria, which is a terrorist organization. And, you know, we've got an Al-Qaeda offshoot now running Syria. And this whole thing has turned out to be a debacle.
It is, and it goes to show you, you know, the enemy of my enemy is, you know, my friend type of situation as far as foreign policy is concerned is so devastating and so dangerous. I mean, every time you get rid of one of these tin pot, you know, dictators, who's going to fill that vacuum? If you don't have either an American alliance type of person or somebody that you know for a fact is going to take over and make the country better, then you're going to get that vacuum filled with exactly what you have it filled with right now in Syria.
All we have to do is look at Saddam Hussein, look at Muammar Gaddafi. We got rid of them. They were supposed horrible dictators. And what did we get? We got worse results after they were kicked out. So this is just another case. I mean, Assad was supposedly a brutal dictator. And now we've got a guy who was on our most wanted terrorist list running the country. So
exactly.
When are we going to learn we don't want nation building and these neocons are leading us to disaster, Josh?
They are, and look what they're doing with Ukraine. Look, Mark Kelly, I think, honestly, he should be charged with the Logan Act. He went to another country, and he's acting as a dignitary and or a representative of the United States. He's not a cabinet member. He's a senator. He's not a cabinet member. A cabinet member can do that, not a senator. They ought to charge him with the Logan Act immediately.
He is he's doing what these Democrat senators do all the time. I mean, it happened to Trump before with this guy, Senator Murphy. He did the same thing in Trump's first term. So, yeah. What do you think about Ukraine? What's going to happen there? I know we got negotiations starting in Saudi Arabia. Are you hopeful we could get this war brought to an end?
I mean, I think we can. Yeah, because here's the issue here. Europe doesn't have the money, nor the capital, nor the weapons to continue the war. That's number one. And number two, all of NATO's spending was predicated upon the United States. So if the United States pulls out or says, sorry, but we're not going to give you any more money, what are they going to do? They're going to saber rattle like France did? That's not going to do anything. So, yeah, I think America's in the driver's seat, and I think that if we can negotiate something with Putin and Zelensky, we can put an end to this war, finally.
Did you see how during the president's State of the Union, Democrats wouldn't cheer for anything except money for Ukraine? That was the one thing that they cheered for. They had once again the Ukrainian flag there that they were waving around. I mean, what do you make of these Democrats? I mean, they're insane.
They are, and you know what? I'm glad they did this because look, there's a lot of people that don't pay attention to politics like me and you and the audience and all that. Like we're tuned in, right? We're part of that 15, 16, 17% that every single day we know what's going on at any moment, at any given day. But there's millions of Americans that are not like that. And so when they tune in and they hear the President of the United States talking about cancer survivors and children and murdered victims, and they see the Democrats not clapping and not standing, they know that something is really, really off. Then they hear President Trump talking about all this insane spending. And like, I talked to my brother in New Jersey. He's like, I didn't know any of that stuff, and I'm like, see, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like these people that don't pay attention, they do pay attention on a big event, like a State of the Union address, things like that. And then they hear that and it's like, whoa, holy cow. And I think that turned off a lot of people against the Democrats.
Yeah, I saw some people online making comments that they were disgusted by their own party, and they said they were leaving the Democrat Party. Finally, I mean, it took them all of this, but hey, whatever it takes to finally get through to people, I mean, it's good. Obviously, the Democrats are obstructing. You've got Mitch Landrieu, my former mayor, another disgusting person, calling the president a traitor. You have Representative Crockett, wacko from Texas, calling him an enemy. I mean, they're ratcheting up the rhetoric, Josh.
They are, and and I want to bring something to your attention. If you haven't heard, there was breaking news. One of Alex Jones's Infowars reporters was brutally murdered last night. We
Texas, just heard that from one of our great callers, Miss Sandy told us.
Yeah, so
do you have any more information about that?
I just know his name was Jamie White, and my thoughts and prayers got to him, of course, and his family and things like that. But it goes to show you that violent rhetoric that they have been spewing, from Crockett to AOC to Presley to the rest of them, to Raskin, to everybody, that is having an effect on the radicalization of the far left. And look what they're doing to Tesla. Look what they're doing to the dealerships. Look what they're doing to X now. They just attacked X today with a massive, massive hit. So look, when you're over the target and when you're going against the left, there's going to be consequences for that. So I would just tell you, me, everybody in journalism, keep your head on a swivel. Make sure you know your surroundings.
I heard they also attacked Rumble. And, it's obviously coordinated and obviously to try to shut down the messaging, censor, and once again, keep information from the public. All right, my friend, hang on. And you've been the victim of that for years, right?
For over 5 years. I say, welcome to my world. Hold my beer. I've been attacked by 4,000, CCP computers in coordinated attacks. I've been attacked by Russia, Ukraine, Bulgaria, Canada, China, of course, on multiple occasions. So yeah, look, when you're speaking the truth and people don't want you to expose the things they want to keep hidden, there's danger in that. I've had my share of threats and death threats and all that too, but maybe I'm just stupid or crazy brave, but I keep going. It's in my DNA. I'm never going to shut up, and I'm going to continue to expose the people that don't want to be exposed.
Right. And, you're providing a public service, and it is appreciated, believe me. So hang on, my friend. Hang on. Josh Bernstein with us, Jeff Crouere here. We'll come back and open up our phone lines. It's a Ringside Politics program on WGSO. We'll be right back.
Located just 2 blocks from the famous French Quarter, Hotel Storyville is your best choice for an all-suites hotel boutique experience. Enjoy with friends at our Tiki Bar and Mermaids Lounge, or relax in our beautiful tropical garden. Visit nearby New Orleans attractions, vibrant local music venues, and great neighborhood restaurants. For more information on our accommodations and special events, visit hotelstoryville.net.
If you're not listening to the State of Freedom podcast yet, you should be. Chris Alexander and Danielle Walker will keep you updated on the ins and outs of what's happening with Louisiana politics. And they'll share how to take action to make your voice heard. They go beyond Louisiana's borders and host powerful national guests while looking at the issues from a Christian, conservative, and decidedly frank Louisiana lens. Follow the State of Freedom podcast. It's available on all major platforms. Are you in a constant battle with mosquitoes outside your house? Stop smacking yourself in the face. Call Mosquito Joe. Whether it's playing ball with the kids or cooking out, Mosquito Joe treatments allow you to enjoy your yard without the nuisance of pesky mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas. No more itching and scratching, and no more wasting time on smelly products that don't work. Breaking news! Congrats to Mosquito Joe. They've just earned the EPA's Pesticide Environmental Stewardship Program's Gold Level designation. This highlights Mosquito Joe's pest management practices that reduce the risk to human health and the environment. Mosquito Joe prioritizes the health and safety of their customers by utilizing environmentally responsible practices and have set a new standard in pest control that protects both people and the environment. Visit mosquitojoe.com or call 504-208-2361 for more information and a free quote. With Mosquito Joe, outside is fun again. The premier Republican organization in the greater New Orleans area is the Pelican State Pachyderm Club, founded to further conservative ideas and elect Republicans to office. The club offers camaraderie among civic-minded Republicans. They also offer great meetings where they'll have informed speakers talking about important government or social issues. The club doesn't endorse candidates, but its membership is comprised of activists who work in political campaigns. The Pelican State Pachyderm Club offers monthly meetings on the third Tuesday of the month. They have annual events such as the Cochon Delay. To find out more, visit the next monthly meeting. Sign up for their newsletter list. Go to the website and become a member. Pay your dues. Folks, I guarantee you'll enjoy yourself and learn a lot at the next meeting of the Pelican State Pachyderm Club. For more info, go to PelicanStatePachydermClub.com. That's PelicanStatePachydermClub.com.
Remember, nothing lasts forever, except maybe a seat in Congress or a judgeship or taxes or felony convictions, and therein lies the problem. But the only convictions we care about here at Ringside are yours. Your host, Jeff Crouere, has 25-plus years of listening and speaking up for our side, and he has the record to prove it. Prove you care now by calling Jeff Crouere at 556-9696.
All right, we're back. Josh Bernstein with us, Jeff Crouere here. Josh, let's get to some phone calls. And we welcome our good friend from the Buckeye State, the Queen City, Cash Money, checking in. What's happening, Cash? Good evening.
Hey, Josh. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good. I've been listening to the conversation. I like to tell them when I go out in the public, because everywhere I go, it seems everyone is just brainwashed and stupid, and that's what I say to them. I'm sorry you've been brainwashed. We're going to fix that too. So use the line if you'd like, because it does work. They need to wake up. I said, you must be watching CNN and Fox. Have you heard of Real America's Voice? Come on. Be American. Be patriot. Start listening. You ain't got to be a doofus forever. This is what I'd love to preach, because that's what we got to do. Let me agree with a few things. My prediction, because I love good, bold prediction, and if I think it, I'm going to say it. We're going to have so much money pouring in this country by November of this year. I figure $100 trillion. Between everything that Trump is attempting to do and the oil fields are getting ready to open up and up country here, this place is about to explode beyond belief. Everybody crying about inflation, not down, this, not down. Hey, Rome was not built in a day, and there ain't nobody fought faster than Trump. Amazon's trying to copy his Apprentice show. It's a joke what's going on. Apprentice only worked because it was Donald Trump. I want to know when his staff is going to start acting with the gumption that he has. I mean, Miss Tan Bondi, you've been in the office for a few weeks. Maybe you ought to hire your own pit bull. Mr. Matt Gaetz is ready to be right by your side. Here's what I believe to stop people chasing like Alex Jones and his employees. How about we arrest about 5,000 powerful Americans for conspiracy to commit treason against America. We already have evidence on multiple cases. It's beyond
Absolutely.
Just arrest them. Just across the board, boom. And I think half of the deviance that we're experiencing, the cutbacks against Trump and his plan, would stop. And if we get out of that man's way, he'll do twice as much. Because that's what I believe. Well, that's what I see. I have one more. I have a new idea.
All right, one more. Go ahead.
Look what's going on with AI. And you know my idea. I want to know what all we have to think immediately. How about we connect every American with AI, owned by American, put all our driver's license, Social Security, credit, everything into one damn system, owned by us, watched by us, looked at by us, so we can take all the deviants off the board. We need to hear from all of us instantaneously. It's like a tool for the president. If he wants to do it, he would be able to ask us.
All right.
He'd have permission in 5 minutes sometimes, wouldn't he? Hey, thanks, guys.
All right.
Great.
Thank you, Cash. Thank you, man. I'm going to jump on one thing you said. I want to get Josh in on that, and that's Pam Bondi. If there's one person I've been a little disappointed in the administration, it's her. She overpromised about the Epstein files, underdelivered. I'm still waiting on all the other files that were promised. What's going on, Josh?
It's a great question. Look, I think at this point, what they ought to do is they ought to have Matt Gaetz at the Department of Justice. You could put him into a position, deputy position, where he doesn't have to get through a confirmation process, and let him help her. Because I agree with you. I don't believe that she is the pit bull with lipstick that we need. Certainly not yet. I'm not seeing it yet. I'm tired of people being fired and having their security clearances revoked. I want to see indictments. I want to see jail terms. I want to see grand juries. You know what I mean? I want to see all of that. And I understand, it's brand new and it's only been a couple of months, but I'm chomping at the bit, just as you are, just as everybody listening right now. We're all saying the same thing. Where the hell are the indictments? So I agree with Cash Money 100% on that one.
All right, let's go to Brian in Metairie, who's with us. Welcome aboard, sir. Good evening.
Gentlemen, good evening. God bless you and your families.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello?
Yep. Go ahead.
Go ahead, sir. Yes.
I'm sorry. Yes. You guess it came on before Mr. Bernstein actuated what happened to him with a Democrat judge that caused him heartache. Well, news came out today, a Biden-appointed judge has now temporarily put a holding on the Palestinian Islamists that started the riots very recently, where they started beating on the Israeli students. Now he put a hold on the deportation of the Islamists.
Mm-hmm.
This is what judges can do. And as far as what you're talking about with the economy.
Well, with that, Brian, we're going to have to roll because we're up against it. But,
yes,
Josh, 20 seconds. These activist judges are a real problem, my friend.
Ignore them, 100%. Appeal the decision, go to the higher court where it'll be overturned. We've seen that as a pattern. Remember, Sean Spicer, what's his name, Stephen Miller, and Joe Biden are responsible for creating precedent in which any federal employee can be fired. That's it.
Thank you to
They
Josh
all can be
Bernstein.
fired.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to Josh in the studio and all of you. We'll see you tomorrow morning for more Ringside. Keep it right here on WGSO. Have a great evening, everyone.